Hi everybody, welcome to Module 2. In this module, we are going to be looking at forming strategic partnerships and common agendas. So if you haven't noticed already, this class focuses solely on partnerships and how to create them. And step by step, we are going to create a toolkit that you can use in this class and that you can use in future classes. So again, design something in a format that's going to work for you. Like I said last week, the goal is for you to use something that works. If I was sitting in your shoes, I'd probably use a Google site, but totally up to you. Make it easy though. So as we go into module 2, let's jump in. So if you're looking at this page, this is our opening page for this module. A couple of things I want to point out in this one. Again, we're talking about forming partnerships and common agendas, which are really important things in the collective impact mindset. We're using a lot of the collective impact materials, so kind of follows two frames. You can also look further research. So if you're like, I'm not so big on collective impact, I don't like the UNICEF stuff, you can look for some of your own research and quote that research as well. So a couple of things I want to point out, things that are due this week. You have a group discussion. If you see affinity group, don't think about affinity groups. They are just groups now. You also have a partnership toolkit, and you've got a yellow dig conversation. Yellow dig runs through the entire course. Just remember that. So as we dive in a little bit deeper, instead of spending a lot of time reading and looking at different pieces, we've also added in some really cool videos from 4 of my colleagues that I love working with. These guys are great in terms of looking at what they've done with partnerships and how they've worked. This is some of the case study information. If you need case study pieces, they're right here as well, or the case study for this week, as well as toolkit resources, your readings. So you can jump outside of these readings if you want. We've designed these for you, so there are some pieces that are very helpful. So outside of your readings, let's jump back so I can get my next button. It's always hidden underneath this. I'm going to have to probably jump this way. So as you are looking at this, we're going to jump into Yellow Dig. Yellow Dig each week kind of has the same format. You are going to go into Yellow Dig. You're talking about partnerships. You are directing this conversation. I don't want to direct it for you. I want you to get in and share partnerships that you're seeing, look at resources that are helpful to partnerships. This is designed to create that in-class community and to give you a chance to talk to your peers. So I know some of you are looking for prompts each week. The prompt is what's happening in partnerships that you're seeing. So I hope that makes sense. I want to make sure that you guys are talking, discussing, and looking at what's important to you. You can look at partnerships. They're designed to advance education. So keep them educational, but they can be government, nonprofit. They can be, industry. Any partnerships that you're finding are fair game. So keep that in mind. So as we kind of keep moving and jump back again so you guys can see the next piece. Our next piece is our wonderful toolkit. So within our toolkit, this is kind of the meat and potatoes of the course. So within your toolkit, again, you're discussing forming strategic partnerships and common agendas. So I always try to give you a little class assistant piece to kind of help you out. But again, you are forming a couple of new pages. So for page 3, forming partnerships, part 2 is looking at the common agenda. So if you're looking for a sample, let me show you this one. This is one of my former students' pages, and it looks like this. So again, pretty detailed in the type of partnerships, how to form those partnerships, looking at, defining the need, why are those partnerships important, and then identifying possible barriers. So summarizing the research and looking at what's important. 6 benefits for business partnerships, the partnership cycle, which is in the common agenda piece. You can add in pictures, you can add in videos, you can add in graphs, you can add in infographics. So you want to create something that's really formulated to what you're thinking and what you're doing. These 2 assignments are a part of your final exam. So if you're like, oh my gosh, what is that? That's part of your final exam. I don't expect you to have those yet. For this one, Sam put the common agenda pieces here. He also went the next step and create a common agenda page. You do not have to create a common agenda page, but if you like to organize it that way, again, I want to be flexible in what works for you. So common agenda is there. The last part of this is your group for your case study. You do have a case study for this one this week, so make sure you spend some time working on that one and sharing that information. So as we scroll down again, you have a Zoom piece that you're going to be doing. You can use Zoom or another tool, but again, you're going to do the case study. Make sure you set up times to meet with your group. Really important.